Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time of seeing my face, my name is Nay. I'm in my 20s, and on this channel I make videos, finance videos for young adults. So basically how to save money, how to make money, how to invest money. These are things that have worked for me, and also things that did not work out for me but I learned from. So in today's video I am going to be giving financial tips and advice for everyone. So basically these are tips that it doesn't matter the stage of your life that you're in. It doesn't matter if you're 15, it doesn't matter if you're 25, 35, 45, like whatever stage of your life you're in, these are financial tips that will still come in handy for you. These tips would work for you to keep your finances in check, to keep you organized, and to make sure you're not like overspending on things that do not matter. So the first tip is avoiding lifestyle change with an increase to income. As humans, we tend to, whenever we get more money, we buy more things, right? For instance, say you're making like 80k a year or making like 70k a year, and you're driving a Toyota Corolla, and then all of a sudden you get a promotion or you job hop and you get a new job, and this time you're making like 160k a year. That's double of what you were making before. As humans, when something like that happens, we tend to increase our lifestyle change, right? So since you're now making 160k, you're like, oh no, a Toyota Corolla is no longer good enough for you. Now you want a Tesla. You want a car that is 70k or 80k. And that puts you into more debts. That's the thing, right? You don't realize that, but that puts you into more debts. Now, if you were paying your car note for your Corolla, say $200 per month. Now, after buying the Tesla, you're probably maybe going to be paying like $800, 1k per month. Even though you have more money in your account, you are still spending more money. So this is what you do. If you get a promotion or you job hop, or there's an increase in your salary, or if you have more money, or even if someone gives you like a big amount of money, I don't know, maybe you won like the lottery or something, don't go and start spending. No, put that money in your savings account. Put it either in your savings, in your emergency fund, or in your investment account. So don't go and spend all your money when you make more money, because what this does is it puts you into that cycle of making more money, spending more, going into debt, and never ever achieving financial independence. When you get more money, just put the extra into your savings. Still keep the same lifestyle. If your rent is $1,000 a month and maybe you're living in an apartment or wherever it is, don't go and start renting an apartment in the high-rise buildings that you tend to pay $3,000 a month for. No, don't do that. Keep the same lifestyle. Invest the money or save the money. The number 2 tip that I have for you guys is don't spend more than you have. Honestly, you would think that this is common sense, but I mean, I have seen people that they go and they spend more money than they have in their bank accounts, right? And this is not safe for maybe like an emergency, or maybe their child got sick or something and they didn't have enough money to cover the hospital bills. No, I'm talking about people that they want to wear designers. Instead of shopping at Marshalls or shopping at TJ Maxx, you want to go and shop at Chanel. You want to buy Burberry, and this is you putting yourself in debt, spending more money to impress people that don't even care about you. That person that you want to impress by wearing a $3,000 shoe or carrying a $5,000 Birkin bag. I think Birkin bags are actually even more expensive than $5,000. I think they are like from 10k and above or something. But that person you want to impress by carrying those bags, by buying those expensive Gucci outfits or Versace outfits, that person does not care about you. Trust me, that person is sleeping well at night. They are not thinking about you at night. So you that is trying to impress them, going into debt, taking out credit card debt for things that you cannot pay for. You know that you're only making 80k per year, but instead of you to cut your coats according to your size, is it according to your size, or cut your clothes according to your size? Instead of you to do that, no, you're going to buy outfits that are very expensive. So that is not something you should do. That is not a wise step to take. So even though I know it's common sense, I'm still gonna say it out there, because I have seen people that go and they purchase things that they know they cannot afford. Please don't put yourself into that cycle, because that is how you get into debt. The number 3 tip I have is investment. There is this saying, I think I read it from Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm not exactly sure where I read it from, but the saying goes like, you can't save your way out of poverty, something like that. And that is so true, because let me give you guys an example here. So say basically you're spending, let's say your paycheck in a month is like $4,000, or no, let's say $5,000, right? And what you spend in a month is 2K. So that means you have 3K left, right? Now you put that 3K in your bank account, in your savings account, right? Now when you multiply that 3K by 12, that is like 36K in a year, right? And you have been able to save 36K in a year. Now in 5 years, you multiply that 36K by 5. That is going to be, I just did the calculation on my calculator right now. That's going to be $180,000. But if you had put that money into some kind of investment, say you put that money into an index fund, you put it into an S&P 500, trust me that that money is going to grow and it's going to work for you. So even though you're saving your money, even though yes, you're taking the steps, you have an emergency fund, you're saving your money, you're not spending your money on things that don't matter, still invest, because as the saying goes, you cannot save your way out of poverty. And of course, it doesn't just have to be index funds or like S&P 500 or stocks. If you know more about real estate, you can still invest in real estate, right? For instance, I have some friends that are doing Airbnb right now. That is some kind of investment. I have one that what he did was he bought a townhouse, right? The townhouse was like 3 bedroom. He's living in one, and then the other 2, he rented it out. So the rent that his tenants pay him is what he's using to pay off the mortgage every month. So that's like, I think it's called house hacking. So that's also something else you can do. If you, I mean, of course, it's not everyone that can be able to afford a townhouse or be able to get an Airbnb. But if you're interested in maybe like buying index funds, or you're interested in stocks, then of course you can put in the certain amounts that you have. You can put in $50 a month if that's what you can afford. If you can afford $2,000 a month, you can put in that amount. But always make sure you invest. There was a video I watched actually, and it was talking about how it was kind of a video of a guy was interviewing millionaires on Wall Street, and many of them, they asked them how they made their first $1 million, and a lot of them said through S&P 500. So that is to show you that even though you can save money, yes, saving is a good thing because it helps you prepare for rainy days. But if you have extra, still invest it, because you cannot save your way out of poverty. One tip that I'm going to give you guys is try to increase your income. This is like if you're working and you're not a student, you're still working, try to increase your income. Now, I talked about how you can't really save your way out of poverty. The same rule applies. For instance, you budget really well. Say you make 50K in a month and you budget everything well, and you're still able to save up and still able to maybe invest some amount of money. Let's say your rent for that month is 1K, right? Now, if your rent increases from 1K to like 1,200, that's extra $200. Where is that $200 going to come from? No matter how good of a budgeter you are, if inflation strikes, it affects you if you're still earning the same amount. Say, like I mentioned, your rent increases. I mean, the groceries right now have increased. Like, the inflation is affecting everyone. So what are you going to do? Because the only way you can keep budgeting is like, you cut off, for instance, if you spend like $100 or $150 a month on entertainment, you have to cut off from there. Maybe you're not going to spend any amount of money on entertainment again, and you have to add that money to be able to pay for your rent. So instead of doing all of these things, find a way to increase your income. If it means getting a new skill, taking certifications and applying for a better job, a job that maybe instead of earning 50K, you're able to earn double of that, that is 100K, that is fine and good, but try to find a way to increase your income. If it means working 2 jobs, even though personally, I don't really like it, because I feel like one job should be able to afford you the life you want. I feel like one job should be able to, pay for your rent, pay for your utilities and everything. But I mean, Unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. So if it means, getting two jobs to be able to cover all of those expenses, get it. But my advice would be, instead of getting a second job, find a job that pays high, because getting a second job means you're going to be working extra hours. Instead of working 40 hours a week, you're going to be working 60 hours a week or 50 hours a week, which is much more. That is more of your time going. That is your health getting affected. That is you overworking yourself and not taking as much rest than when compared to if you're still working the same hours and you got a better job that is paying better money. Then the fifth tip that I'm going to give you guys is health is wealth. Guys, this is not a joke. Like, for real, this is not a joke. Take your health seriously. I know it's not really like, I guess, a financial advice per se, but it is also a financial advice, because in America, healthcare is very expensive. Now imagine that you're making 150k. You're making a lot of money. You're living the dream. You are comfortable. You're very comfortable, but you are going to the hospital every week. You're going to the doctor every week. Even though insurance is covering some of those things, that is still extra money that is coming out of your paycheck. Take care of yourself. Drink water, exercise, avoid like lots of sugary food. Make sure you are in good health as much, because sometimes some things are out of our control, but as much as you can control, make sure you're in good health. Because in America, our health insurance is kind of tied to work. So if you're unable to work, most times you won't be able to get health insurance, except you have I think they can give you like Medicare, right? But that's something else that you should really take seriously, because health is wealth. And if you're not healthy enough, you might not be able to work. And if you're not able to work, you might not have health insurance. Or even if you're able to work, even if you're not healthy enough but you're still able to work, you're still going to be spending a lot of money in the hospital. Now, this is money that could have gone into emergency fund. This is money that could have gone into your savings account. This is money that could have gone into your investment account. So guys, these are the tips that I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share. You can also leave in the comment section what other kinds of videos you want me to make, and I will see you guys next time.